Welcome to nurtravelstudio. We are going to travel in Greenland today. I hope you will enjoy the video. Please keep watching. Greenland is an island country in North America that is part of the Kingdom of Denmark. It is located between the Arctic and Atlantic Oceans. East of the Canadian Arctic archipelago, Greenland is the world's largest island. It is one of three constituent countries that form the Kingdom of Denmark, along with Denmark and the Faroe Islands. The citizens of these countries are all citizens of Denmark and the European Union. Greenland's capital is Nuuk. Though a part of the continent of North America, Greenland has been politically and culturally associated with Europe for more than a millennium. Beginning in 986, Greenland has been inhabited at intervals over at least the last 4,500 years by Arctic peoples whose forebears migrated there from what is now Canada. Norsemen settled the uninhabited southern part of Greenland beginning in the 10th century. Having previously settled Iceland, Inuit arrived in the 13th century, though under continuous influence of Norway and Norwegians. Greenland was not formally under the Norwegian crown until 1261. The Norse colonies disappeared in the late 15th century after Norway was hit by the Black Death and entered a severe decline. In the early 17th century, Danish explorers reached Greenland again. Greenland became Danish in 1814 and was fully integrated in the Danish state in 1953 under the Constitution of Denmark. With the Constitution of 1953, the people in Greenland became citizens of Denmark. In 1979, Denmark granted home rule to Greenland. In 2008, Greenlanders voted in favor of the Self-Government Act, which transferred more power from the Danish government to the local Greenlandic government. Greenland has gradually assumed responsibility for a number of governmental services and areas of competence. The Danish government still retains control of citizenship, monetary policy, and foreign affairs including defense. The majority of its residents are Inuit. Today, the population is concentrated mainly on the southwest coast, while the rest of the island is sparsely populated. 3/4 of Greenland is covered by the only permanent ice sheet outside of Antarctica, with a population of 56,081, 2020. It is the least densely populated region in the world. At 70%, Greenland has one of the highest shares of renewable energy in the world, mostly coming from hydropower. Early Norse settlers named the island as Greenland. In the Icelandic sagas, the Norwegian-born Icelander Eric the Red was exiled from Iceland for manslaughter. Along with his extended family and his thralls, he set out in ships to explore an icy land known to lie to the northwest. After finding a habitable area and settling there, he named it Grönland, translated as Greenland, supposedly in the hope that the pleasant name would attract settlers. The saga of Eric the Red states, in the summer, Eric left to settle in the country he had found, which he called Greenland, as he said people would be attracted there if it had a favorable name. Name of the country in the indigenous Greenlandic language is Kalalit Nunat, land of the Kalalit. The Kalalit are the indigenous Greenlandic Inuit who inhabit the country's western region. Military of the United States used Bluey as a code name for Greenland in World War II, where they kept several bases named as Bluey, East or West, sequential numeral. Tourism increased significantly between 2015 and 2019, with the number of visitors increasing from 77,000 per year to 105,000. One source estimated that in 2019 the revenue from this aspect of the economy was about 450 million krona, $67 million. Like many aspects of the economy, this slowed dramatically in 2020 and into 2021 due to restrictions required as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. One source describes it as being the biggest economic victim of the coronavirus. The overall economy did not suffer too severely as of mid-2020, thanks to the fisheries and a hefty subsidy from Copenhagen. Greenland's goal for returning tourism is to develop it right and to build a more sustainable tourism for the long run. Greenland is the world's largest non-continental island and the third largest area in North America after Canada and the United States. It is between latitudes 59 degrees and 83 degrees north, and longitudes 11 degrees and 74 degrees west. Greenland is bordered by the Arctic Ocean to the north, the Greenland Sea to the east, the North Atlantic Ocean to the southeast, the Davis Strait to the southwest, Baffin Bay to the west, the Nares Strait and Lincoln Sea to the northwest. The nearest countries to Greenland are Canada, to the west and southwest across Nares Strait and Baffin Bay, as well as a shared border on Hans Island, and Iceland, southeast of Greenland in the Atlantic Ocean. Greenland also contains the world's largest national park, and it is the largest dependent territory by area in the world, as well as the fourth largest country subdivision in the world, after Sakha Republic in Russia, Australia's state of Western Australia, and Russia's Krasnoyarsk Krai, and the largest in North America. Between 1989 and 1993, US and European climate researchers drilled into the summit of Greenland's ice sheet, obtaining a pair of 3 kilometers, 1.9 miles, long ice cores. Analysis of the layering and chemical composition of the cores has provided a revolutionary new record of climate change in the Northern Hemisphere going back about 100,000 years, and illustrated that the world's weather and temperature have often shifted rapidly from one seemingly stable state to another, with worldwide consequences. The glacier of Greenland are also contributing to a rise in the global sea level faster than was previously believed. Between 1991 and 2004, monitoring of the weather at one location, a Swiss camp, showed that the average winter temperature had risen almost 6 degrees Celsius 11 degrees Fahrenheit. The research has shown that higher snowfalls from the North Atlantic Oscillation caused the interior of the ice cap to thicken by an average of 6 centimeters, 2.4 in, each year between 1994 and 2005. July 2021, Greenland banned all new oil and gas exploration in its territory, with government officials stating that the environmental price of oil extraction is too high. In August 2021, rain fell on the summit of Greenland's ice cap for the first time in recorded history, which scientists attributed to climate change. The island was part of the very ancient Precambrian continent of Laurentia, the eastern core of which forms the Greenland Shield, while the less exposed coastal strips become a plateau. On these ice-free coastal strips are sediments formed in the Precambrian, overprinted by metamorphism, and now formed by glacier, which continue into the Cenozoic and Mesozoic in parts of the island. Greenlandic government holds executive power in local government affairs. The head of the government is called Naalakaswasut Sulatayajuat, Premier, and serves as head of Greenlandic government. Any other member of the cabinet is called a Naalakaswasokka minister. The Greenlandic parliament is called Inatsisartut legislators. The parliament currently has 31 members. Education is organized in a similar way to Denmark. There is 10-year mandatory primary school. There is also a secondary school, with either work education or preparatory for university education. There is one university, the University of Greenland, Greenlandic, Elisamatusarfik, in Nuuk. Many Greenlanders attend universities in Denmark or elsewhere. Greenlandic economy is highly dependent on fishing. Fishing accounts for more than 90% of Greenland's exports. The shrimp and fish industry is by far the largest income earner. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, then please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to No Travel Studio. See you in the next video. Bye.